What's going on, guys? Nick Foy here from AskNickFoy.com. And if you're new here, welcome to my YouTube channel where I upload videos related to online business, entrepreneurship, marketing, social media, pretty much every single day. So if you're not subscribed, you can hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified each day when I upload a new video. So in this one, we're going to be talking about how to get more clients from Pinterest. So if you're running like a service-based business, whether you're a social media manager or a graphic designer or a website builder, whatever your services are you're trying to offer, you can get more clients from Pinterest. And even if it's a local service, like if you're an accountant or an attorney or a dentist, whatever local services you're providing, these tips will also be relevant to you as well. So starting off, Pinterest is a great platform for, getting seen by thousands of people every month. Right now, I've got a blog that I'm driving close to 25,000 people to per month just to that one blog. And then I've got other websites that are also getting lots of traffic from Pinterest. So Pinterest is something I started using, this year for the first time, and I've already seen massive growth, massive success, which if you ever have joined my email community, I talk a lot about Pinterest in my emails that I send out. So you can also subscribe over on my website, asknickfoy.com, to the email community if you're not a member yet. So what we're talking about though today is getting clients, how to use it not just to drive traffic back to your website, but how to actually get clients off of Pinterest. So it starts off with how you design your pins. In order to get clicks and build a following, you've got to publish good content to Pinterest. So you need those big, tall, vertical branded images. They need to be about 600 to 700 pixels wide. That's pretty much the standard width that pins are on Pinterest. And then height, you can make it as tall as you want. The taller you make it, the more space it takes up on the page, so the more noticeable it is. So that's why tall vertical images work best. You can use a software like Canva. It's free. It's online. You just go to canva.com. They have a Pinterest template already for you, or you can customize your dimensions if you want to make it taller. You need to stick to 1 to 2 fonts ideally. This is my recommendation to you. That way you're consistent across all your images. People can start recognizing your brand based on the color scheme you're using, based on the fonts you're using and the style of your pins. You can become building that brand awareness. People see a pin and they're like, oh, I already know that's so-and-so's pin. I've seen other pins like that before. Now, your background image, you always want to stick in some kind of image as the background. Then you're going to put text overlay. And you could even put a little filter overlay. So let's say I had a background image of a golf course for my golf brand, and then I put a dark overlay on top of it to kind of darken out the golf course a little bit, but I made it see-through so that you could still see the golf course behind the dark overlay. And then on top of that, maybe I put white text on top of the dark overlay so that the white text pops out. Got the contrast going on there so that it really sticks out. People can read the text to figure out what that pin's about. So I would, promote my blog article, my blog, or my services, whatever I'm promoting on the pin, I'd write in text for it. So in order to use your background image, you want to make sure it's copyright free. That way you're not going to get in trouble if anybody ever gets mad about taking their images. So you can go to a website like pexel.com, P-E-X-E-L. That's a good free website where you can easily download images without having to sign up for an account. You don't have to pay anything. You just get on there, search images, and they'll let you choose what size you want to download it. And then you upload it into Canva, stick it in as your background image, and then you could put your overlay on top of it. All right, next tips would be use Tailwind. So once you upload your pins to Pinterest, you want to, create lots of different pins promoting your services or blog posts that are going to talk about your services, or maybe helpful blog posts you're writing about a problem that your clients are going to have. Then they read that blog post, they get solutions, they realize, wow, this person was really helpful, really valuable. And then at the end of that blog post, maybe you start pitching your services. So whatever you're linking your pins to, you can use Tailwind to automatically publish those pins for you on autopilot. So if you want to upload 60, 70, 80 pins, all in 1 week, you can, upload them to like a secret board. And then over the next 3, 4, 5 weeks, you can have those pins scheduled out to your public boards that aren't private, that people actually will see. So that way you're not spamming your followers, uploading all these pins at once to different boards. Instead, upload them to like a private secret board. And then over time, Tailwind can pull from that secret board and schedule them out to your public boards kind of at random dispersed times so that's not spammy. All right, so schedule pins to go out to your boards at different intervals. We just covered that. Any pins that do successful, they go successful, viral, they get lots of repins, lots of comments. You'll know because you'll start getting floods of traffic spiking to your website when you're looking at your analytics, and you'll be able to go in and see what pin was taken off doing successful. So those are the types of pins you want to repin frequently. So for example, one of my top pins, it's got thousands of shares on Pinterest, is the 6 best golf shipping tips for my golf brand. So anytime, I've got some free time, I'll go in and reschedule that pin to publish once a month or once every couple weeks to some different boards of mine, so that it kind of keeps it alive and revives it so that it gets seen out there again, and it helps it stay relevant and viral over the long term. So repinning successful pins, this was a good way to keep spreading them and keep them relevant so that they're getting shared and you're getting traffic back to your website. Now, what you want to do is, if you're sending people to your website, is you've got to optimize your website. So what you can do to optimize your website, well, your blog post, you could start there. You can optimize it, giving it different, keywords in the title, keywords in the headings, using keywords throughout the blog post itself. That way, when you link to it from Pinterest, Pinterest will then understand what that blog post is about, and it can more relevantly serve that content to users on Pinterest. So that blog post, it's gonna use rich pins where it pulls metadata from your article to figure out what it's about. That way, when people start typing in a certain phrase in the search bar on Pinterest, Pinterest is going to say, I've got these websites related to the search phrase that I'm going to show first since they're most relevant. So you can optimize your SEO on your website to help it rank higher on Pinterest. You need to offer something of value to your readers. So not only are you just getting traffic to your website, but you actually need to capture that traffic. You need to turn it into leads that you can follow up with and try to convert into customers down the road. So offer some free incentive, something free of value, like a free ebook, a free coupon, a free webinar, a free video lesson, different things that you can offer them in exchange for their email address and their name, so that you can get their information, and then they could become part of your email list where you send them automated emails, or you could reach out personally yourself through a personal email trying to convert them into a customer. You want to create an about page and a start here page. People that land on your blog post, they might read your blog post and then they realize how good your content was. They want to learn more about you and your website to figure out who you are. So they're going to start looking for that about page and a start here page. So a start here page is good because it gives them, the starting steps of what they can do if they're new to your website. So you could have like step 1, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Step 2, join my email list. Here's a free guide I'm giving away when you become part of my email community. And then step 3, here's my top 10 best blog articles that I think are most helpful to you that you can check out. And then if you have any other steps you want to add. So a start here page is a good instructional guide that they can land on to figure out what they can do to get started learning from you on your website. Now, if you're going to be trying to get clients, you want to send them from Pinterest maybe to a sales page. So creating a killer sales page is the next tip I have for you. And, that involves, including like testimonials of past clients that have worked with you that are praising you for how good of a job you've done. You also want to, share what benefits they're going to get from working with you, how you're going to be able to help them. So if you're like a marketer, you could share how you're going to help grow their business, grow their social media accounts, past success results of other brands, how you've been able to take them from 500 to 10,000 followers over the course of 6 or 7 months, how you've been able to grow their email leads. You've been able to send them hundreds of email leads every month that have resulted in new customers and positive ROI. So make sure to pitch what your services are, how you're going to be helping them, success results, stories. People love stories. So that's how you're going to create a killer sales page that's going to help persuade somebody to become a client of yours. So you're going to end up pinning a pin on Pinterest. They'll click that pin, they'll land on the sales page, they'll read your sales page, and they'll end up contacting you, whether they fill out some kind of form giving you their name and email so you could follow up with them, or a phone number, or maybe you've got a purchase button where they can actually purchase services from you right then and there. So you'll have to decide how you want to design your sales page to make it the most effective for converting that traffic into clients. All right, the next step is to optimize your blog posts. So we've already talked about, optimizing your website, adding in different pages, your about page, start here page, adding in email forms throughout your web page in different locations people can find. You also want to do the same with your blog posts, like we talked about with optimizing it for search engines, for SEO, so Pinterest knows what it's about. putting in keywords into the title, different headlines within the content itself, optimizing your images so that they have keywords in them. Then you can also offer some kind of content upgrade that goes with the blog article. So, let's say you're doing like an article related to building the arms. So it's a specific article giving them like 5 tips to build their biceps, triceps, chest, shoulders, all their upper body muscles. At the end, you could offer like a free ebook that's, the 10 best foods to eat for building your biceps, triceps, shoulders, or you could do, 10 advanced workouts for building your upper body, something that kind of pegs off of that blog article that's relevant, that's similar to that article. Since they're already interested in that article, they're probably going to be interested in that content upgrade as well. And you can also link out to your sales page from your blog post. So first you send them from Pinterest to a blog post where they can get valuable tips. And then at the end, you could link out and pitch your sales page so they can try to move on to your sales page where you start pitching your services and trying to get them to become a client. So you need to make sure you've got a call to action and social proof at the end of your blog article. So a call to action is like, if you want to 10x your traffic to your website or you want to 10x your social media followers, then check out these services I'm providing you. Some kind of big headline that's like a call to action. Get started building your social media account from 0 to 10,000 subscribers this month. Add some kind of call to action that relates to whatever they're interested in. Then you also need social proof again. So show some success stories of past examples of brands you've worked with. So by including that next to your call to action, it's going to help increase the odds that somebody actually clicks that call to action button. All right, so that wraps up this video today on the different tips I have how to get clients from Pinterest. So it starts off by building great Pinterest images that are actually going to go viral, actually get seen, get clicked on. Then the whole second half of the equation is how well you optimized your website and your blog articles to try to drive traffic to your sales page or to an email list where they can eventually find out about your services and hopefully they end up enrolling and becoming a client of yours. So optimizing your blog posts and your website, we talked about SEO, getting it optimized for keywords. Also putting in content upgrades, email freebies that you're offering so that you can get them onto your email list. And then putting different links to your sales pages throughout your website and blog posts to try to drive them to some kind of sales page where you pitch your services, the benefits, testimonials, success stories, things like that to try to convince them that you know what you're doing and that it's worth the money to sign up and become a client with you. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed yet. We publish videos every single day, and I don't want you to miss these helpful tips that I'm giving away to all of my subscribers in the YouTube community. And I want to thank everybody who's watching this that's currently a subscriber. We're growing steadily and slowly, but we are growing, and eventually we're going to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. And, I just appreciate all of you guys who are coming back, watching day in and day out. And until the next video, make sure to work hard building your business, your website, your social media accounts using the tips from all the videos I've got currently on my channel. Take care.